Welcome to the latest Quip Labs video on reopening during the COVID-19 pandemic, designed to help you ensure that you're following the best practices while getting back to work. The basics of killing viruses like the SARS-CoV-2 virus that causes COVID-19 is pretty simple. You'll need to identify areas and items that need to be cleaned, select effective chemistries and application methods for your soil types. For example, different types of soil require different types of cleaners, and then clean first, then sanitize in two distinct steps. You'll also need to perform these cleaning and sanitation procedures regularly and verify that a program has been performed correctly with a sanitation monitoring system. Finally, on the subject of sanitizing, something that's often overlooked are your actual cleaning tools. Cleaning tools can often be the most soiled items in your facility, so cleaning and sanitizing them regularly is important. So now you got the basics of sanitation down, but what does the CDC say about reopening? First, they recommend getting a game plan. You're going to need to determine which areas need to be cleaned. For example, low traffic areas need only routine cleaning, while high traffic areas should be cleaned and disinfected more regularly than usual. This game plan is based on what type of disinfectants and application tools you'll use in your facility based on surface type, soil type, and how often the surface is touched. Remember to explore all options for disinfectants, applications, and cleaning and sanitizing regimens. If all of this is too complicated, we can help you put together a cleaning and sanitation game plan that fits your budget and your needs. Next comes implementation. This includes cleaning and disinfecting visibly dirty surfaces with the appropriate EPA-approved disinfectant, and reading the label to make sure you're using the product correctly. Finally, they recommend maintaining and revising this cleaning protocol by continuing routine cleaning and disinfection, maintaining safe practices like hand washing and PPE, and finally continuing practices that reduce the potential for exposure, including proper social distancing and limiting contact. Is your disinfectant approved for use against the SARS-CoV-2 virus? Well, you can find disinfectants that meet the EPA criteria for use against the SARS-CoV-2 virus by reviewing List N. If a product is qualified for the emerging viral pathogen claim, it is effective against a harder-to-kill virus than human coronavirus. Remember to look up products by their EPA number in case they're sub-registered under a different brand name. One thing we'd also like to go over briefly is how to read the safety portion of an SDS sheet. While we won't go over our whole guide to reading an SDS sheet here, although reading the whole thing is important, you can find the link below, we'd like to touch on just the safety portion, as many people new to reading an SDS sheet might need a little guidance. Section 2 provides all hazards associated with the material, including label requirements. This is where you'll find pictograms, hazard and precautionary statements, signal words, and hazard classes. Confused? Well, you can always contact Quip Laboratories to make sure that you understand how to properly handle the material, even if you have questions about another manufacturer's products. After all, the important thing is that you're using your product safely. These days, hand hygiene is critical, and with all the talk of sanitizers going around, it's important to find a sanitizer that meets the WHO specifications and CDC guidelines for an effective sanitizer, the primary characteristic being the percentage of alcohol. Washing your hands with soap and water is another way of following effective hand hygiene, and we recommend an iodine hand soap, which can be an excellent addition for facilities where the spread of pathogenic microorganisms must be prevented at all costs. How does your staff evaluate its cleaning and disinfection efforts? Well, there are some things that everybody can do to help here. Even visual inspection can be a valuable verification tool. Surface appearance, visible debris, soil buildup, color of equipment surface, like white films or stains, etc. Biological growth, for example mold, and odor can all help to determine whether a surface has been properly sanitized. And don't forget to check in the cracks and crevices around your facility, as these are often the biggest problem areas. For more thorough cleaning and sanitation verification, we recommend a sanitation monitoring program based around the AccuPoint Advanced HC, an ATP monitoring system that measures cleaning effectiveness. Test your cleaning, keep track of high-risk areas, and train your staff to clean better with an ATP monitoring system like the AccuPoint Advanced HC. Finally, biological indicators can help you track your disinfection efforts better. Biological indicators contain viable microorganisms that provide a defined resistance to a specified sterilization process. And the CDC recognizes biological indicators to be ideal sterilization monitors that should be used in conjunction with mechanical and chemical indicators. We can help you find the biological indicators that are right for you and learn how to make them a part of your normal sanitation game plan. Well, that's all. If you have any questions about cleaning, disinfection, or verification during reopening, don't forget to reach out at 1-800-424-2436 or by filling out our contact form at www.quiplabs.com. Thanks, and remember, Quip Labs makes it safe, simply and sensibly.